welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the victim mindset. So I'm going to list the common signs that you may have the victim mindset, and I'm going to talk about different ways in which you can overcome it. To be honest with you guys, the reason why I'm making this video is because I feel quite sad. I've had a few interactions over the weekend that kind of made me lose my faith in humanity. And I also want to confess right off the bat that I do have the victim mindset. If you watched a few of my videos, you've noticed a common theme that I'm talking about different ways in which I've been victimized in my life. I am self-aware. I know why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for three main reasons. The first reason is the more noble reason. So I want to use my personal experiences and situations to help other people. The second reason is more selfish. This is quite cathartic for me. I feel like I can release a lot of pain that I've been holding in over the years. And the third reason is that I see myself as a victim. I felt victimized my whole life. It's become my entire identity. And I do want to change that in 2021. I want to move on from that victim mindset. So what are the common signs of having a victim mindset? Number one, you've been victimized. So no, this video isn't going to gaslight people. It's not going to say it's all in your head. It's just the way that you perceive it. It's all about your beliefs. No, people have been victimized and you might have gone through some messed up stuff in your life. So that is a core reason why you may feel like a victim and have the victim mindset. The second sign is when you constantly ask yourself, why does this always happen to me? Or why doesn't this ever happen to me? Or what's the point? People with the victim mindset often feel targeted. They feel targeted by other people, God, the universe. They feel like the whole world is against them. And again, I'm not going to gaslight you. You may have felt targeted your entire life. And you may have felt like the loser in every single situation. Sign number three, feeling constantly insecure. So this might be the fear of losing a new partner, the fear of underperforming in a new job and losing your job. For me, when I was younger, when I was with a group of friends, if a new person joined the group, I'd feel really insecure. I'd feel like that person might turn on me, mock me, or take my place within the group. So if you have the victim mindset, you often feel insecure the majority of the time. And that leads me on to sign number four, the feeling of dread when something good actually happens. So when something good actually happens to me, I can't enjoy it. I just feel this sense of dread in the pit of my stomach. I feel like it's all going to go wrong. I feel like I just can never be happy because I'm the victim of the universe. Sign number five, ruminating over the bad things that's happened to you. So when something bad has happened to me, I just keep going over it in my head, just over and over again. Like I may have said something stupid, I may have done something stupid, and I just can't get over it. So I beat myself up a lot of the time for just oversharing, saying stupid stuff, not seeing red flags. I'm just quite critical of myself. Sign number six, resenting other people's success. So I am going to make a video on this further on down the line. But I noticed that when I'm feeling quite insecure and bad about myself, I do resent other people's success. Now, I don't wish bad on people and I don't want people to fail. But when I'm not doing good and they are, it reminds me of how much I'm failing and it makes me feel insecure. When I was going through a particular depressive time, I just deleted my social media. I deleted Instagram. Like I kept seeing other people having a good time and it was just making me feel bad and making me feel like a victim, like a loser. For this reason, I don't really follow Instagram models or celebrities. Like the only celebrity that I follow is Naomi Campbell because she's the queen. But that's the only reason and that's the only celebrity because they just make me feel bad. So what are the consequences of having a victim mindset? So weirdly enough, the victim mindset is there to protect you. So your brain is trying to form a recognizable pattern. So it's trying to tell itself, this always happens to me or this never happens to me. So that it doesn't hurt every time this thing happens or doesn't happen for you. But the thing is, it does hurt every time. Even when you tell yourself not to have high expectations, every time that you're disappointed, it does get you in the pit of your stomach. So the brain is not actually doing a very good job. Because I think human beings are wired to be hopeful. And the reason why we're wired to be hopeful is so that we have survival instincts that kick in. If we gave up hope, we'll just all die. So being hopeful helps us to survive. So our brains are working for us and against us at the same time. So the victim mindset paralyzes you and makes you feel constantly insecure. And because you're insecure, you're likely to self-sabotage and destroy everything that you build. So how do you overcome the victim mindset? Well, there are different approaches. I think most people take the approach where they say, man up, work harder than everyone else, hustle, don't dwell on things. But that doesn't work for me. I don't believe in that. I believe that those people have just tucked those issues into their subconscious and it's going to come out some way or the other. I absolutely hate hustle culture and I hate toxic positivity. I just think it's not genuine. I just don't think those things are coming from a genuine place. They're just trying to bandage up the pain and the fear of failure. And I feel like toxic positivity is gaslighting. I feel like you're not acknowledging the pain that people actually experience. And you're not considering the reasons why they have the victim mindset. So I've come up with 4 different ways to help me overcome the victim mindset. So number 1, I now have a plan which helps me overcome negative situations. So this action plan has 3 steps. Number 1, I acknowledge my perception of the situation. Number 2, I validate my feelings. And number 3, I try to respond to the situation in a way that's beneficial for my mental health. So I'm going to take a bit of a risk here and I'm going to be quite honest. Sometimes I have a challenging relationship with my mum. And a particular incident happened where I really had to put this action plan to work. So basically, I told her something quite personal and it was something that was quite hurtful to me. And her response was kind of to brush it off or to laugh at me and to not take it seriously. And I found that really upsetting. I was also quite triggered because it brought up other feelings that I've had inside me over the years of not feeling listened to and not feeling protected. So my normal reaction to this interaction would be to display toxic behaviors. So I'd respond to it by getting upset, maybe confronting her, and I'll probably do something self-destructive such as comfort eating or just staying in bed depressed all day. But with my action plan, I did something different. So first, I acknowledged my perception of the situation. I was asking for validation from someone who was unable to give it. Secondly, I validated my own feelings. So it's normal to get upset with someone if you feel like they're brushing you off or not taking you seriously, especially if it's your parent, because you feel like that person should be there for you to listen to you. I responded in a way that was beneficial to my mental health. So I didn't go and comfort eat. Instead, I actually wrote the script for this video. And I felt that I can kind of transmute this energy into something positive. This action plan has been a literal lifesaver for me and I recommend that other people use it to their benefit. So this leads me to the second way in which you can overcome the victim mindset. Find positive outlets for your negative emotions. So firstly, you can overcome the trauma by going to therapy. This doesn't work for everybody. It didn't completely work for me. I mean, it worked in the beginning because I liked being able to vent and have somebody listen to me for once in my life. But I found that I didn't come away with many strategies to cope with further negative confrontations or situations. So I think doing something creative or something that you enjoy is a positive outlet to help you overcome the victim mindset and the trauma that you've experienced. So for me, having a YouTube channel has definitely helped me. So I'm able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can vent on my channel, but I also can transmute that energy into something positive that can help other people. But you don't have to create a YouTube channel. You can transmute that energy into art. You can create music. You can write books. You can even just journal. Anything creative can help you transmute that negative energy and that victim mindset into something positive. And your self-esteem raises when you create something. So number 3, reflect on the behaviors that you exhibit that contributes to your victimization. So this is a sensitive topic because it does reek of victim blaming, but that's not what it is. So when I was a teacher, I noticed that some children got picked on more than others. So I don't condone bullying at all. Nobody should be bullied for any reason, and if I ever saw it, I intervened when I could. However, there were particular traits that left people vulnerable to being bullied and victimized by other people. So the first one is having low self-esteem. People can see that a mile off. I suffered with this my entire life. I still do. People can pick up that you don't think too highly of yourself, and therefore they won't think too highly of you. I used to try to avoid being victimized by telling people about my previous trauma, thinking that that would make them treat me better, but it didn't, not at all. So ladies, never tell a guy about your previous trauma at the beginning of the relationship. It honestly doesn't make him want to treat you any better. Subconsciously, it makes him want to take advantage of you even more because he knows your weak points. I've done this with friends as well. I've told them about my previous experiences with friends, hoping that they'll never treat me in that way now that they know what I went through. But they still did. It doesn't work. You've got to set your own boundaries. You can't preempt getting hurt by telling people not to hurt you because they'll just do it. You just have to be confident in your own boundaries. And having healthy boundaries is a sign of high self-esteem. The second reason why people are victimized is because they have low social and emotional intelligence. So again, when I observed the kids in action, I found that a lot of the people who were picked on, they were actually exhibiting annoying or frustrating behaviors. So these kids will be a bit weird, or maybe a bit whiny, or maybe selfish, or just want to talk about stuff that other people aren't interested in. They found it hard to navigate social groups, so this left them vulnerable to being victimized. Number 3, victimized people are likely to be people pleasers. This is because they seek validation. I've done a video in the past about people pleasers, so check that out to help you with this point. Number 4, remember that you're the victimizer in somebody else's story. So we've all done messed up things to other people. We're not complete victims. And this might give you insight into the reason why people victimize other people if you look at your own behavior. So my final point is to remember that you control the narrative. You can't control how other people behave, but you can control how you respond to the situation. Remember that you're a human being and it's okay to experience negative feelings. And if you start thinking about these negative experiences as challenges, then you'll see it in a completely different way. So instead of personalizing the behavior of other people, I tend to see my life as a video game right now. So if you think about it, video games are quite negative a lot of the time. There usually is an enemy that's attacking you or things that stop you from reaching your goal, but we still play them. And I think the reason why we play video games, even though they can be quite stressful, is we want to feel a sense of achievement. We want to feel that we're overcoming challenges and we want to build up a skill set. And I think that could be applied to your life. So if you see your life as a video game and those negative experiences and those negative interactions as challenges, and you just have to defeat the baddie, then it kind of distances you from the situation and you're more likely to want to overcome those challenges. I think it's important to see yourself as the hero and not just the victim. Yeah, we're the victim of situations, but overall, we're the hero of our own story. So the main thing that I want you to take away from this video is, number 1, don't let anybody gaslight you. You're entitled to your feelings, and if you feel like a victim, you were a victim. However, it's still important to address the victim mindset and find better coping mechanisms. Just don't ignore it and become fake positive, because I think that hurts you further along down the line. So again, I just want to reiterate that you're the main character in your own story. So those people who are victimizing you, they're just giving you a plot line. What you need to do is make sure that you have character development and create your own narrative so that you're able to be successful in the end. So I'm going to end the video there. I really hope that you enjoyed it and you found something to take away from it that will help you in the future. Thank you for watching and have a good day.